Hey, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Common Christianity. Today, I want to share basically simple faith with you, how simple it is to become a follower of Jesus. All right, we're going to be in the Gospel of John, not First John this time, but the Gospel of John, chapter 1, and I'm going to read to you verse 43 down to verse 50. All right. On the next day, Jesus wanted to set out for Galilee. He found Philip and said to him, "Follow me." Now, Philip was from Bethsaida, the town of Andrew and Peter. Philip found Nathanael and told him, "We have found the one Moses wrote about in the law, and the prophets also wrote about, Jesus of Nazareth, the son of Joseph." Nathanael replied, "Can anything good come out of Nazareth?" Philip replied, "Come and see." Jesus saw Nathanael coming toward him and exclaimed, "Look, a true Israelite in whom there is no deceit." Nathanael asked him, "How do you know me?" Jesus replied, "Before Philip called you, when you were under the fig tree, I saw you." Nathanael answered, "Rabbi, you are the Son of God. You are the King of Israel." Jesus said to him, "Because I told you that I saw you under the fig tree, do you believe? You will see greater things than these." Now, what's been striking me so interesting about this is how simple it was. I mean, the simple fact that Jesus said, "I saw you sitting under a tree," was enough for Nathanael to leave his life, become a disciple, and follow Jesus. And it was so simple in this story that even Jesus is like, "Really?" He said, "Because I told you I saw you under a fig tree? Man, you're going to see way cooler stuff than this." My paraphrase, of course. And, you know, it was easy for all the apostles. Not easy, but it was simple for all the apostles. Like Peter, Andrew, James, John. Jesus walks up, says, "Follow me." They drop their nets, they follow him, they go. It's a very simple process. And so, my challenge to you today is that it is still a very simple process to become a follower of Jesus. You simply trust that he sees you, that he knows you, that he knows your name, and he wants to be with you. He wants a relationship with you. Now, some people are going to say, "But don't I have to go to church? Don't I have to do this? Don't I have to take a class? Don't I have to read and study and do this?" I've done other videos on this already. There are plenty of things you can do to get stronger in your faith, to improve your relationship with Jesus. One of the simplest things you can do, Jude tells us, is to just pray in the Holy Spirit and God will help your faith. Okay. But to become a follower, to take that first step is just that easy. You take a first step. You believe that Jesus sees you, that he knows you, and that he loves you. It's not that we ask for miracles. It's not that we ask for big signs. We just believe. Now, you could argue that, of course, it's easy for Peter and Andrew and James and John and Philip and Nathaniel because they were apostles. But they weren't yet. Selfish plug for this channel, even though you're already here, it's common Christianity. Acts 4:13, God uses simple, common, uneducated, ordinary, everyday people to do his work. That's what these men were at this time. It wasn't that they were so special that it came easy. It's that they chose to keep it so simple, God made them special. All right. So if you would simply believe with faith as a mustard seed that it's that easy, then God would use you to do big things. And maybe you're not going to walk on water. Maybe you're not going to heal the blind, but you could do wonderful things in this world by teaching, by serving, by giving, by loving, by sharing, by helping out all kinds of people. Remember, Jesus said, "Whatever you do for the least of these in my name, it's as if you've done it for me." So if you're out there and you're watching this and you're like, "Yeah, that all sounds great, but who am I? Who am I that God would take notice of me? Why does God care about me? God doesn't want anything to do with me." Well, again, simple belief, simple faith. And I'm going to read with you Psalm 139. I tried to narrow this down a little bit to just a few verses, but it's just too good. So you're getting all 24 verses. All right. O Lord, you examine me and know me. You know when I sit down and when I get up. Even from far away, you understand my motives. You carefully observe me when I travel or when I lie down to rest. You are aware of everything I do. Certainly, my tongue does not frame a word without you, O Lord, being thoroughly aware of it. You squeeze me in from behind and in front. You place your hand on me. Your knowledge is beyond my comprehension. It is so far beyond me, I am unable to fathom it. Where can I go to escape your spirit? Where can I flee to escape your presence? If I ascend to heaven, you would be there. If I sprawl out in Sheol, there you would be. If I were to fly away on the wings of the dawn and settle down on the other side of the sea, even though your hand would guide me, your right hand would grab hold of me. If I were to say, certainly the darkness will cover me and the light will turn to night all around me, even the darkness is not too dark for you to see, and the night is as bright as day, darkness and light are the same to you. Certainly you made my mind and my heart. You wove me together in my mother's womb. I will give you thanks because your deeds are awesome and amazing. You knew me thoroughly. My bones were not hidden from you when I was made in secret and sewed together in the depths of the earth. You saw me when I was inside the womb. All the days ordained for me were recorded in your scroll before one of them came into existence. How difficult it is for me to fathom your thoughts about me, O God. How vast is their sum total? If I tried to count them, they would outnumber the grains of sand. Even if I finished counting them, I would still have to contend with you. If only you would kill the wicked, O God. Get away from me, you violent men. They rebel against you and act deceitfully. Your enemies lie. O Lord, I do not hate those who hate you and despise those who oppose you. I absolutely hate them. They have become my enemies. Examine me, O God, and probe my thoughts. Test me and know my concerns. See if there is any idolatrous way in me, and lead me into the everlasting way. I want to close you with the thought that it really is simple to become a follower of Jesus. I ask you to read this Psalm 139, maybe even kind of backwards. Start with verse 23 and say, okay, God, if you're real, if you exist, I'm going to test you on this word. I'm going to put you to the test. And I'm going to say, if you're real, examine me, probe my thoughts, test me, and know my concerns. See if there's any idolatrous way in me. But here's the simple but not easy part. Lead me in the everlasting way. See, God does know you. God sees you. God hears you. But you may have an idolatrous way in you. So I challenge you to please let God show you his way. And like Nathanael, trust that he sees you and he just wants you to follow him instead of wandering on your own. God bless. Have a good day.